Revelation 12 verse 11 says, and they overcame him, who? The devil, that was cast down, the accuser of the brethren, the one that stands before God and accuses us day and night. Well, he's going to be cast down to earth. They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. Oh, this is my testimony. I was raised in church. I was raised in a godly home. I wasn't allowed to do certain things. I knew the way to go. I was always taught the Bible. I knew the way to go. And no excuse. But my own flesh wanted to see, oh, what is this? What is this thing that they're telling me not to do? Oh, it looks so fun. Yeah, sin is fun. You know, it's like a credit card. Ooh, I want those shiny shoes. Give me those shoes. I want those. I don't have any money, but here I have a credit card. Sin is like that. Ooh, let me do it now. I'm not thinking about when I have to pay that back. The wages of sin is death. You know, people don't just fall away in a day. It's one step after the other. It's one little step away from God and another little step and another little step. This is how it was for me. And I look up one day and it was like I was in quicksand. I felt like I couldn't get out. There was a time that I felt the only way out of all that sin that I had put myself in was to die. I was deceived. I was deceived. And by the grace of God and by godly people speaking into my life and grabbing me up and saying, no, there's a better way. By some hard truth spoken into my life, here I am, testifying of the goodness of God. He is great and greatly to be praised. There's no one like Jesus. No one can save you. No one can redeem you. No one can heal you from the inside out but Jesus. You know, when I make these videos, I don't just say something that I have not lived. I live this stuff. And so I try to go back and reach out to people that might be in the same situation, that might have been, you know, raised by godly parents, and they went to church and they did all the things, but they didn't have a relationship in their heart. Because if you love the Lord, you're going to want to please Him and obey what He says in His Word. And for many years, I just played the part. I didn't really know Him. I knew the Bible. I knew church. I knew the rules of the church, but I didn't know Jesus. You have to know Jesus. You have to know Him. He said, behold, I stand at the door and knock. Will you open the door for Him? Because He's knocking. Will you open the door? Will you say, Jesus, come in and be the Lord of my life, and lay all the things down that you're trying to hold on to try to bring you peace? Because there is no peace apart from Him. There is no comfort in this world. I have tried it all. I've tried the pills and the drinks and the relationships, and it does not work. When you finally come to the end of yourself, like the prodigal son, he was raised in the same house as his older brother. He used up all his inheritance, and he was in the pig pen. And he said, you know what? They got food at my daddy's house. I'm going to my daddy's house. And I'm not worthy to be his son, but I'll just be a servant. I'll just be a servant. If I could just go back to my daddy's house, I'm going to be safe there. But when his daddy saw him on the road, he ran out to meet him, and he threw a party for him. Don't you know how much Jesus loves you? Come home. Come home.